5080. You know, drugs have affected so many people right here in our area. We've seen death related drugs, overdoses. We've seen disputes. We've seen just turmoil and trouble. And a lot of people say to me, "You sure do talk a lot about drugs and alcohol." And I'm going to continue to talk about it until we get the problem solved, because we do have a problem. And I'm so thankful for our sheriff's department and our local agencies that are out here trying to protect and serve people and trying to spare lives.
It's, drugs and alcohol is our biggest part in our county and our community, and we stress these folks all the time that you've taken from the community. It's time to give back, and we do things with them, trying to get them to give back. We had Gilbert Achardo from the Laurel County Sheriff's Office in a few weeks ago. Gilbert did a fantastic job talking to these folks, and had went back to the sheriff with a really good report of what he had seen there, and some of the things he had heard the folks talking about really positive. He had They have to understand that the sheriff's office and the city police department, the Kentucky State Police, are not their enemies.
Right.
They're there to protect them. And I think that when Gilbert spoke, it opened the eyes up to a lot of people that they're not there to hurt us, they're there to help us.
And, if people would just count the cost, young people or whoever, before taking that first pill or before, smoking that first crack pipe or whatever, if they would just count the cost, what is this going to cost me? It's going to destroy my life. It's going to cost me fines if I get caught, jail time, might even cost my life.
We've seen it cost people, families. The biggest thing is families. It's cost them time in prison, and you can't get none of that time back. And just like from children, you can't get that time back. But I'm proud to say that through our program, we've had a very good success rate. And we've seen folks get their children back. We've seen other folks still in court getting closer, getting the steps to get their children back, and that makes a difference. When you see families getting back together, I'll tell you real quick. I was at a store, and I was getting some stuff for CR one day, and a lady said, "Don't you run the CR?" And I said, "Yeah." She said, "I want to thank you," and I said, "For what?" I didn't know what. Her daughter had been coming for several months, and her daughter was doing more with her and her kids and being more interactive in their lives.
Right.
And so when you see the things that happen in the end, that makes it worth every minute you spend there, every time. Because it takes, behind the scenes, it takes just on Sundays about 6 hours. Most of us are 4 to 6 hours. I mean, starting up, getting things ready, going to the van run, opening the doors, cooking, and then in the evening taking everybody home, closing the place up, and so forth.
So you're a man of many different works in this Celebrate Recovery. You just hands-on, you helping people, you going out. Describe your work to us a little bit there.
Well, mine anymore is more publicly. But, I mean, I still, every day, well, not every day, every week I try to call everybody, check on them, make sure they're doing good.
Right.
I'm just blessed. I've got a great team,
Thank
and
God.
I've got an awesome team that supports me, and couldn't ask for a better team. I mean, we've got great small group leaders that have been there and have experienced things. We've got Bucky, which is my co-leader, has been an awesome co-leader. We stand by each other really strong. And like I said, we have people from all different hurts, habits, and hang-ups that are in leadership.
That is so powerful. Give us a physical location. Where is the First United Methodist Church located?
It's on 301 West 5th Street. It is directly behind the parking garage in London, if you know where that's at, behind the courthouse.
Okay.
And we're there every Sunday afternoon, 6 p.m., and we meet in the fellowship hall downstairs. We eat, we fellowship, and then we go into large group.
Well, we're living in a dangerous time. Drugs and drug activities going on, and most of these guys that are involved in drugs or girls, they would do anything to get that next fix.
Absolutely. That's something you see and you hear a lot about. I was amazed when we started that the folks know each other. So many of them have had interactions with each other. So many of them have got high with each other, so forth. And so the thing is when they start seeing one doing better, a lot of times they understand that they can do better as well.
And sometimes get obsessed with drugs or drug activity. It's just like they would steal, they would kill, or whatever it would take to get that next high.
Our goal is to get them obsessed with getting their life together and their
Right.
family and doing things the right way. And that's our main concern. The drugs is probably our biggest recovery that we deal with. And but they're just like anybody else. You know, some of them just have had no direction in their life. They've never had a family. They've never had a childhood, and when they grow up, they're kind of lost. And so our job is to bring them in and show them what family is and show them what love is.
Right.
And you'd be surprised what love can do for somebody.
Well, I understand it's a 12-step program. Isn't one of the steps realizing and admitting that you have a problem?
Absolutely.
You know,
One of the lessons, and we're getting ready to do on April 20th, is denial. And denial is a big thing. Everybody denies they have a problem.